This is Kamera, my first few minutes with God, day number 88, Joshua chapter 22 through 24. We're in the last few chapters of Joshua, then we're going into Judges. Reuben, Gad, half tribe of Manasseh. Remember, they were the first ones to get their land amongst all the children of Israel. They received the properties or the lands on the east side of the Jordan River. They made a covenant or a promise. Actually, they were commanded to assist their brothers, the other side of, to receive their lands on the west side of Jordan. And so they fulfilled their obligation. They led the battle. They obeyed God completely. And now Joshua has called them and told them that they are free to go back home. And that great wealth that they received to share with their brothers back at home on the east side of Jordan. And he blessed them. He told them, do not turn away from God. Do not. And he gave them their warnings and sent them back home. Blessed them and sent them back home. Well, as they were getting near the Jordan River, they decided they're going to build an altar. This altar was a memorial. Children of Israel on the west side of Jordan heard about this. So they were preparing for battle. They were going to go and destroy Reuben, Gad, and half a tribe of Manasseh. So what they did instead was they sent delegates, Phinehas and a few others. And so Phinehas and his crew, they went there, confronted Reuben, Gad, and half a tribe of Manasseh. And guys, are you really trying God like this? Are you really betraying him so quickly? You build this altar? It's like a slap in God's face, basically. And so Reuben, Gad, and Manasseh were like, oh, no, God. Our God is the one true God. Oh, no, we will never betray him. This is just a memorial. So when our descendants decide they want to come and worship God at the tabernacle, then there won't be a problem with your descendants telling them that there's a river separating them from you guys, and refuse our descendants from worshiping at the tabernacle. So this right here is just a memorial, a witness, as they call it, a witness that we have the right to serve God too. There is no sacrificial offering burnt here. There are no peace offering. There's nothing. It's just a monument, a reminder called witness. So Phinehas' crew, they're good with that. They take their report back to Eleazar the priest, and they're good with that. Fast forward, children of Israel at rest. There's peace in the land. Joshua's getting old. Joshua called the leaders, the elders, the judges, the officers of Israel, and he reminds them of everything God had done for them. Don't forget the book of instructions. Don't deviate from left or to the right. Do not associate with those few inhabitants you left here. Don't even talk about them. Don't mention their God's name or anything. Cling to God wholeheartedly. And if you decide you want to betray God, he will destroy you if you turn your backs on him. He also reminds them of the brief history of God's relationship with them. Started back from Abraham, how Abraham had been living with his relatives, and his relatives, they served idols. So God called him away from all that. So he talks about Abraham, talks about how what God had done for Abraham, what he had done for the children of Israel, delivered them from Egypt, the miracles he performed in Egypt, the miracle with the Red Sea, how God had took them through the wilderness, how they won battle after battle and they had victory over victory and all of that, how God was the one who did all of that for them and he took care of them. He gave them a land they didn't even have to work for. They didn't have to prep the land. They didn't have to build a home. They didn't have to do anything. Also reminded them how there was Balaam was told to send a curse, but they got blessings instead. So Joshua tells them, choose today who you're going to serve. As for me and my house, we shall serve the Lord. They said, oh, we serve the Lord. And they reestablished their covenant with the Lord. Joshua wrote that in the book of instructions and told them, these rocks have heard exactly what you said. And do what you say. Don't turn your back on God. Don't be faithful to him. Be faithful to God. And so fast forward, Joshua dies at 110. Eleazar, he dies. Also the bones of Joseph, they brought those from Egypt and put them in a family plot. But there you have it, guys, the last few chapters of Joshua. Day number 88, Joshua chapter 22 through 24. You have a God-filled, blessed day.